Hey guys, Elizabeth Quinn here again with Elizabeth's Scenes and Scents. Welcome back to my channel. Please don't forget to check out my website, which is waftingwonderfulwax.scentsy.us, where I'm Liz Quinn, your lead Scentsy consultant. So today I have for you a really special video. It's kind of a walk down memory lane. It is my personal collection of fall warmers, which you would probably guess is full of pumpkins and other gorgeous warmers. And I will try to recall what year they came out or how I received them and kind of tell you why it still has a special place in my collection, because if you knew anything about me, I am the collector of all things that have to do with the home. I have blankets and pillows and teapots and pumpkin warmers galore, and it's just one of those things that is a part of my life, and I enjoy very much being able to go back and reminisce about certain times in my life when I look at things that I put out in my home. So a few of these are going to be available on the website, but the majority of what I will show you today is personal collection, long retired, things that are just a part of my Scentsy story, and I hope that it's entertaining for you, and maybe you also will have one of these. So behind me, before I forget about it, is the Gold Leaf, which I believe came out in 2018 as the October warmer of the month, and it is beautiful. It is a really pretty orange when it's off, and it's not a lot different, just a little glowier when it's on. That particular shape of warmer is not something that we have seen much of in the last few years, and I really, really like it. It's a 20 watt with a very soft glow, and it's just beautiful. But the next one, which you saw for just a second, was the warmer that my mother-in-law bought for me when I was a very, very early consultant. She was my very first party closeout order. It was very difficult for me to figure out how to get onto my workstation. She was very patient while I fumbled around and put all these things together. And then at the end, in typical Sharon style, she said, "Liz, I really think I need to buy you a something." And I said, "Well, okay." And she said, "Well, what do you want that you won't buy for yourself?" And I said, "The Mosaic pumpkin," which I think is a fan favorite. I have other pumpkin warmers here on the table that I personally like better, and I do love this, and it has a very special place in my memory because of my mother-in-law and how it came to me. But everybody wants this warmer. When I have pictures that are out and I do parties and different things, people want to know, is the Mosaic pumpkin warmer ever coming back? And I will tell you, this October's warmer of the month isn't a Mosaic pumpkin, but it will give my favorite on this table a run for its money. It's called, I think, the Starry Pumpkin. It is spectacular. Somebody put together a meme on, I think it was Instagram or Facebook, that if two of the other warmers here on the table kind of got together and had a baby, that the one that we're going to have for October warmer of the month would be what the product was. And it's just stunning and gorgeous and amazing, and I cannot wait to get my hands on it. But anyway, this was the first one, which is the Mosaic Pumpkin. So I'm going to put this one over here. And I'm going to try not to drop everything, but I have got so many warmers on the table, guys. I can see why I can never do one warmer tour, like in the fall especially. I think fall is the worst for me, where I show you everything that I own because I just can't put it all out. So I thought it would be better to do a video where you see it all up close. So the next one is another Mosaic warmer, and this I think is one of the most underrated, and it stayed in clearance for so long. Most beautiful warmers that Scentsy's ever made that's not a pumpkin. This is called the Forever Fall, and I am going to turn off the ring light for this. This one, I do not know why it died such a slow lingering death in clearance, but this warmer, you can put a red bulb in here, you can put an orange bulb in here. Back in the day they had a yellow bulb. It is the most beautiful thing that you can get your hands on. My mother has one of these, and her whole house is like oranges and burnt kind of 70s colors still, even though they've updated it some, and it's just the most beautiful thing. And this thing throws and throws and throws. So if you ever see this in a flash sale or maybe at a garage sale or whatever, please pick that up. It is called the Forever Fall, and it is one of my faves. Okay, so there are some other warmers here that aren't pumpkins, that some of them have been in the catalog over the years, and I still think that they're really nice honorable mentions that do have to do with fall. So this is one that I had been eyeing for a long time. And there are so many warmers on this table and so many cords, I do not want to break anything. This is called the Amber Glow, and it is really neat. Its only flaw is that you have to put it in a place where you're not going to be staring right at the kind of exposed Edison bulb that's in here. But it has one of the prettiest glows, being called the Amber Glow is no lie. And it is just so beautiful. So this is one that's actually very nice for videos. I do like putting it up there, but exactly where I'm going to put it in the house for the fall, I'm not sure. It has these adorable little leaves. I might put it on top of something or inside of a bookcase where you're not going to get a super close-up of this blinding bulb. But the color of light that this casts to me is very important in the fall, going into the winter, as we are losing light outside and sometimes people can get kind of sad. This sort of thing really, really makes a difference. Ambient light in your house that is warm, especially for fall and winter, is something many people do not realize can be such a mood booster. And this one is a pretty good performer too. It's quite elegant. So that is one I wanted to show you. I just got this one out of clearance a few weeks ago. So then another one that is current that I wanted to draw your attention to, because everyone has been asking, how does it perform? Do you like it? You know, all the questions. It is our brand new, ooh, and this one is really snarled, Golden Meadow Warmer. Just a minute here. Okay, didn't break anything, but I did just knock over a whole section of things. This is why warmer heavy videos always kind of stress me out. Anyway, so let's go to our new Golden Meadow Warmer. Now, you guys have seen this in a couple of my videos because everyone's been asking, how does it perform? The answer now is fabulously. But the reason that I put it in here is I put a colored bulb in this. And is the colored bulb broken? Or do I just not have it screwed in right? There we go. So even something like this, which is sort of an early fall warmer, if you want to just harvest it up, all you got to do is throw in an orange bulb. And you could probably put a red one in here or a green one, but the orange bulb gives it that coziness that you want for fall. And so I thought it would be a great point to be able to share. This is a warmer that I love. It is elegant. It throws very well. It goes with all sorts of decor. It's just beautiful. I mean, you can see here, I can turn this off, all of the actual inscribed detail where it's just beautiful. And I absolutely love our new Forest Light also, but I would consider that maybe more of a winter warmer. This one is very fall, and when you jazz it up with an orange bulb, if you're on a budget and you don't want to have 25 million warmers like I do, this is a great way to get good bang for your buck. And all you have to do is go get a 3-pack of orange bulbs because we don't sell them as singles anymore. So that was my first couple. Now here's another one where last year they did 2 different things in sort of a tortoise shell. And I love, again, the warmth of this. So let's see if I can get this one out without causing too much trouble. This one's currently in the catalog, and it's not as fall as some of the others that I'll show you as we go along here, but if, again, you're not a person who wants pumpkin-shaped warmers all over the place, but you want the ambiance of fall, this is another Edison warmer bulb type, and its glow is fabulous. So if you like drama, this would go well with things that are a little bit more October-y. This would go beautifully in a dark room with like deep paint. I just absolutely love this. Or it would actually be very pretty in a white room with a lot of wood tones, just to warm up the space and heighten the drama a little bit. And I have loved this. It does perform well, and it's currently available in the catalog. So this one is the, it's the Tiger something, and I'm not coming up with what it is, but I really, really like this one. So then another one that I have had for a very long time is probably the most magnificent pumpkin warmer that we've ever produced. And I'm having a hard time deciding between this one and another pumpkin that's on the table as far as like pride of place in my collection for my absolute favorite warmer of all time. So I think we will introduce next what started the pumpkin craze with Scentsy, and that is the Enchanted pumpkin warmer. This is the original Enchanted pumpkin. You can tell because it has all of this extra metal in the grooves of the pumpkin. This is the prettiest warmer I think that Scentsy's ever produced, but I do have another one here, like I said. They're either tied or the other one's just a little bit more dramatic, but look at this, you guys. The reason that people love this is the glow. These fall warmers, they're so glowy. They give you such a happy feeling. And my specific lid is slightly crooked. Drives me crazy, but I can't get a new one. I think you have to either order the whole top, like the 2 of them together, or you can't even right now. I don't even know. But anyway, this is a warmer I pray I never break because it is very, very difficult to get your hands on a new one. Very, very hard, but this is gorgeous. It was originally a warmer of the month ages ago, and then I got it, I think in 2021's Harvest Collection. I had to have it. I got it on the website immediately, and I think that was just before I was actually a consultant that I ordered this, but oh, this is so beautiful. So this one is definitely a favorite of mine. And I would usually put it up here. I think at this point, this one might go in the dining room. I don't even know. I just have too many pumpkins. So the next one on my list is one that we had last year, and it's super, super cute, and it doesn't light up, so I don't even need to plug this in. This is an element warmer called the Gingham Gourd, but if you're looking for something cute and you're not so much into the drama and the glow and all that, this is great like in a bookshelf or tucked into a corner somewhere where you don't really have to worry about it very much. It's not the greatest performer, but it is so cute for styling, and I loved the fact that it was a black and white checkered pattern, and I'm not going to get rid of this. I mean, it's just adorable, and I got one of the new ones this year in this year's Harvest Collection for 2023, where it's a different type of gourd type or basket, almost like a basket weave pumpkin type element warmer like this. So I definitely do like my Gingham Gourd. The next one is our current dramatic Mercury pumpkin. And this one you guys are quite familiar with. This is called the Fall Fairy Tale. Now this is a beauty. I love the way that it looks, but I just happen to love the warmer glow. This is great, especially if you have a more modern or maybe more like Hollywood Regency with the colder colors, that kind of thing. This type of pumpkin is probably better for that, or a lot of very simple spaces that don't have a ton of warmth to them. I have wood and color all over my house. So even though I love this, and I got it because you have to get every pumpkin warmer Scentsy produces if you're a consultant, it is actually my least favorite, which I know is probably not popular opinion. It is still truly beautiful, and maybe we have a bad connection. And it's lovely, and this year you could get a mini that goes with this. And something that I did not know when I was doing the Harvest Brochure walkthrough, if you get the mini that goes with this here in Region 1, you cannot convert it to a tabletop base. There are specific reasons for that that I'm not sure of. I think I heard that it's a 10-watt bulb instead of 15, but I really do not know all of the reasons. But anyway, if you got the mini that goes with this, here in our region, you can only use it in the wall. You cannot convert it. So that leads me to a whole bunch of minis that I have picked up over the years, because one thing Scentsy does so well is the cutesy mini warmer. So this one, this is so cute. This is the Pumpkin Spice and Everything Nice mini that many people actually take off of its base and they just use it to decorate with, because there's not an awful lot going on. You know, it's back here. I think they finally retired it last year and it was in clearance for forever. But is this not the cutest little cup of coffee or pumpkin spice tea for your fall feels? I just love this. So this is one that I had my eye on for several seasons as they brought it back in Harvest Collection, and I finally gave in and bought it last year. So then aside from that, we do have some that didn't sell all that well, but they're some of my favorite minis. I love this one. This was available a couple years ago, and it's like a bisque porcelain, and it says, "So very thankful." This sat around in clearance for a very long time, but I think it's one of my absolute favorites because it's got that beautiful soft glow. So this one, if you got this as a bargain in clearance, I think you did a really, really good thing. So this year, this one isn't in the Harvest Collection, but I would consider this more of a fall warmer. And this is our Pond's Edge, which is brand spanking new. Some of my customers have already ordered this if they have a more modern or farmhouse style house. This is very elegant. If you happen to have the Gingham Gourd from the past, let's not break this, these two would be very, very nice together in the same space. So just a thought. Ugh. So this is one that I really like, and I think that it's very good. It would be great from August to like November, really. And then the next thing that I have here, this is the Aspen something or other, and I don't remember all of it, but this is one of my all-time favorite mini warmers. This one was also in the catalog, but I just love it, and it's got this nice sort of bronzy gold brushed metal outside. And this is one I leave up at least half of the year in my house. It's a good performer. It blends with all of my decor, and it makes me really happy. So I digress here. Let me show you a couple of my absolute favorite minis of all time, and then I will show you my very favorite pumpkin warmer ever, ever, ever. And I think by process of elimination, you guys know which one I'm going to show you, but that's okay. So Here is another one that if you do Instagram with me, you guys see I've been using this a lot lately. And I do not remember the name of this mini, but this one is one of my favorites with the beautiful, it's kind of hard to see, beautiful golden leaves all the way around it, and it's the smaller diameter of their glass warmers, and it is a personal favorite of mine. It's just so pretty. So then another one that is currently available that's similar is a smoky topaz color, and this is the Luminous Leaves, and I have this one too. Can you tell it's the pumpkins and the leaves channel all the time in my house? I mean, I use these way past the season that they're supposed to be. So this one has a really nice kind of caramely chestnut brown golden glow. It almost looks orange on the video, but it's a little bit more brown, and that is very good with this old gold leaves that I've had for years full size. So if you happen to have that and you haven't picked this up yet, this would be a good one to get because it's current. So this is the Luminous Leaves, and this is really beautiful, but you can see the difference in color on and off. So then again, I've had this for so many years, I do not remember the name of it. This is one of my favorite. It's a big heavy mini warmer. It doesn't throw very well, but it's beautiful. First kind of original, look at this one, you guys, leaf minis. Oh, it's so beautiful. And this one is really good for a tabletop. You can put it, you know, nestled into your arrangements and things. And again, I do not remember the name of it. It's black and white when it's off, which is also super cool. It's all black and white when it's off, and then it turns this gorgeous amber color when it's on. And this is probably my favorite mini of all time. So then, what else do I have here? I did forget one more that is on the ceramic side. This one's super pretty too. This was from a couple years ago, and I loved the acorns and the oak leaves. This one is a little bit easier to leave out through Christmas if you decorate natural like I do, and this one has that really nice soft ceramic glow too. So, okay, that's most of my warmers. I'm sure you guys are probably laughing at me now because you see that I am just like fall warmer crazy as a lady here. But my very favorite warmer up to now, and I do wonder if this coming October pumpkin warmer of the month will knock it out of its place, warmer that Scentsy has ever made, and I am including any season. This is probably my absolute favorite warmer, kind of tied with the Enchanted pumpkin of all time. And this is the Tiger Eye pumpkin. I absolutely love this thing. It's a 25 watt, but the thing that gets me is this orange dish. This beautiful, beautiful orange dish. It's dramatic. It throws a gorgeous kind of rosy, dark night sky, orangey red all over the place. And it is, for some reason, just the thing that I love the most. And I will be putting it out again this year. It just is so moody and so cool and very daring, honestly. And I know that not everybody liked this. This is kind of controversial, but this is my favorite warmer of all time that Scentsy has ever figured out how to produce up to this point. So I hope that you guys have enjoyed that. Now let's talk about a few of my favorite scents for fall. And as I think I already said, some of them are available now and some of them are not. And then I had to go downstairs and fish out prime pumpkin warming season for even my mug. And I don't know if I showed you guys this, the pumpkin spice shirt that I have, that I got this from Maurice's, which is the place in town where I get almost everything that I use for my channel because they have all sorts of cutesy fall and Christmas stuff. So anyway, let's move on to the bars. And I will have to pick up the ones I dumped into my shelf. Oh, okay. So one of the ones that, of course, I always use for fall, and you guys know this, and it is a classic, is Cider Mill. You just cannot have a good time in the fall without this bar. It's the perfect balance of apple and pumpkin and spice. I wish that they had made this in a brick. This year they did pumpkin roll and Christmas cottage and very snowy spruce in the catalog, which is a first. And I'm hoping that every year they'll kind of rotate those. Another one that I absolutely love is Stroopwafel Delight, which reminds me a lot of pumpkin pecan waffles from Bath & Body Works. And it's just so good. So this one's in my Scentsy Club, and it's extremely buttery and rich and decadent, and it's perfect for cuddling up on the couch on a good fall day. So then another one, and yes, many of these bars are orange, is the very long retired Cranberry Pumpkin Spice. This was in a Harvest Trail several years ago. What I love about this bar is it's very much like an old school Yankee scent, and it's the perfect balance of sweet, tart cranberry, wonderful pumpkin, and smooth pumpkin spice. Oh, This is a bar my younger daughter and I will kind of fight over. I only have this in my quarterly club, so I get 3 a year. But it is so good. It is so, so good. And if you're new to Scentsy and new to Scentsy Club, I have a bi-monthly and a quarterly, so I end up skipping one bi-monthly in a year and one quarterly in a year, so they do not collide, and I have this huge wax order. But if you only have one club and you don't care to skip it, if you put one bar into your quarterly, you'll get 4 in a year. So just so you're not confused. All right, another one, which I'm a little bit sad that I pulled from my club, but I'm hearing through the grapevine that the pumpkin cashmere that is coming for October scent of the month is similar. Cozy vanilla and pumpkin is so good. It gives me all the early fall feels, and this was in a harvest trio last year. And what happened is I had a budget crunch in the summer, and I gave it the boot, and I should not have done that. Oh, this is so good. It's just, some scents, it's so difficult because in the spring or the summer, it's hard to think about melting something fall winter or vice versa. And so then it's off season, you're like, yeah, I don't really feel that right now, and then you cut it and then you're mad later. Anyway, so this one has pumpkin. It's got this really nice, rich, warm vanilla, almost a little bit of a cashmere note. I don't really remember if that's in there. And a really subtle hint of spice, maybe almost like an anise, and it is so lovely. And I should have had patience and kept this one in my club. So next is probably our most authentic spicy pumpkin bar. This is currently in the catalog. This is called Scary Good, and is it ever. Like this one, when I think of this bar, I think of my Mosaic pumpkin warmer. Like they just go together. They are pumpkin on steroids, absolutely unapologetic, totally classic, totally in your face. So this one is good, spicy pumpkin, butterscotch, just a little bit of smokiness. It's gorgeous. Very strong, good, long-lasting, and it is, as it says on the cover, scary good. It's fabulous. Okay, and then this one is a personal favorite that I put in my club. Started out as a brick. I didn't like it in the brick, which is weird. And then when I was finishing up the last couple brick cubes of it 2 summers ago, I fell in love with it in my basement. That is Vanilla Cinnamon Maple. And for me, this is a cozy factor scent that I've kept in my club. It was in the catalog last year, but they did retire it. And this is low-key. It reminds me of the syrupy concoction that you make popcorn balls out of. Oh. It's got some vanilla. It's got lots of maple, but not in your face. When you think of other maple bars that I might talk about, we had a lot of maple last season, fall, winter with Scentsy. Fall of 2022 was like maple people's rejoicing, and of course I was rejoicing the whole time. But anyway, this one is more low-key and more balanced than your typical maple scent. So if you see this in a flash sale, definitely grab some if you like Cozy Bakery. It is very good. So now after this one, we'll turn colors. It'll be something other than orange. Harvest Blessings. This is a bar my younger daughter loves. And I think I have 5 now between doing a bar swap with my friend Robin and getting some in flash sales and hoarding a little bit that we had left. I should have put this in the club for her. This has like a musky, almost like a cider note. It's deep. It's just fruity and happy and really, really soft and gorgeous. So this is one where if we ever could vote this back for Bring Back My Bar, I mean, it'll be a while. It just retired this last season. This is a bar I wish that my daughter and I had communicated better on and had put in a club. It's very, very good. So now here's one that is current, that is fantastic, that isn't like pumpkin and cider and spice, and that is Cashmere and Corduroy. This is such a good bar. If you like anything that is sophisticated, it's got Sicilian bergamot, it's got, I think, vanilla, it's got the sandalwood. Oh, you guys, the Cashmere, it's just, oh, it's so good. This throws so well, it lasts so long. It is an outstanding bar. If they ever retire it, it will probably go into my bi-monthly club, and it's not coming out. It's very, very good. Now, the next one is a personal favorite where it's kind of up for debate. And that is the fabulous Maple Apple Bourbon. And again, this has that maple syrupy note. Oh, you guys, I love this bar. It's like red delicious apple, oaky, bourbony, wood notes, and then all that maple. This makes me so happy, so happy. So I always throw this into my club, usually just my quarterly, because even though I love it so much, it's a very powerful bar, so I don't need a lot of it. Like, I'll probably melt 3 of these this season, and I will get my fix, but it's incredible. And then another one that I had been hoping we could vote back and Bring Back My Bar, and we just got it back this summer, just in time for fall, was Autumn Blaze Maple, which is similar. It's sort of like Maple Apple Bourbon Light. This has more woodiness, more pumpkin, more apple. It's kind of outdoorsy. It's got a little more wood, but it's got that hint of maple. And these two are amazing together, or this with toasted acorn and oak. I'm waiting for the temperature to be cold enough to really appreciate it. But this is in my club, and I have, I don't know, 5, 6, or 7 of these. And I will be melting this all glorious fall long, and I love the color. This is one of my favorite colors of all time for fall. When the leaves start to turn, there's this glowy, slightly orangey yellow that I just can never get enough of as a person. Then the next one was new last year, and as I was pulling my stack of everything orange and totally traditional autumn, I thought I gotta add a couple other things. So Blackberry Spice is so nice, and it's in our catalog right now. And this is homey, and this has cedar, and honestly, I should have put cedar cider in here, but you guys are probably so sick of me talking about cider mill and cedar cider, which are like my obsession favorites, that I didn't put it in. But Blackberry Spice is a very homey bar. It definitely has some apple, some cedar, some blackberry, some spices, and it is just really good, and it's a little bit different. So this is excellent. Now, another warmer that I did not pull because I didn't want this video to get crazy long, but it's similar in color to this, is Opulence, which was in clearance for forever. I don't know if it's still in there or not. And that is another really beautiful fall warmer that's slightly unusual because it's sort of a reddish purple with gorgeous gold leaves all over the outside. So last but not least, my favorite late fall scent that we also just got back in BBMB, Rustic Lodge. Oh, you guys. And Autumn Blaze Maple might have been 2 rounds ago, but anyway, I'm so excited that I get to melt it this fall. Rustic Lodge is the one that got away, that made me so mad at myself because I took it out of my club a long time ago before I was really thinking forward better about curating my clubs. This bar is nostalgia. It is strong. It's curing better because I was a little bit nervous when we first got it. You know, new pours are always lighter. That I want this thing to knock me over. I want to feel like I am in the woods in Grandpa's cabin with the fire roaring and the crunchy leaves, you know, moldering outside and all that stuff. I mentioned something several videos ago that was kind of funny when I was reviewing our new releases. And I will say Fall Feelin' could go in this too, this particular pile, as far as like I am totally all over as some of my favorite scents of all time, because that one reminds me so much of Leaves from Bath & Body Works and Autumn Leaves from Yankee that it was an immediate emotional connection, even though it's a brand new bar for Scentsy. But anyway, Rustic Lodge is just one of those things that I can never get over. It just makes me so happy. So that is everything that I wanted to share with you guys. You can see now, even though I have a lot of warmers in my house, I don't think I can possibly use all of these. And then, like I said, there are a couple more that I've talked about that I haven't even shown you. And I have more coming in my harvest order. I have issues with fall warmers. So I hope that you guys have enjoyed the plethora of goodies that I have here that are in my personal collection, my Pumpkin Palooza for fall. Please tell me what your all-time favorite fall warmer is. And I would love to know also maybe your top 3 scents. What are your absolute ride or die scents for fall that are either in your club, or maybe they're the one that got away, or they're even currently in our catalog, which would be awesome. So this is Elizabeth with Elizabeth's Scenes and Scents. I hope that you have enjoyed all of my personal love of fall and pumpkins. Have a great day. Bye-bye.